Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for February 8th, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach, channel, and mentor. So as I feel into the energy today, it feels like there's this, it feels like turmoil, it feels like chaos, it feels like change. It's this friction that's happening within us that we are seeing in the world today, right? We can see that as I feel into the energy today, the words that come through are power, freedom, control, and trust in the middle. This energy is all about power. This energy is the energy of an 8, and it's all about power. It's about strength. It's about legacy. It's about creating legacy in community, with family, with friends. There's this desire to come back together, this desire to come back into unity, and we can see that in the world. And with this energy of power and building momentum with it, we're starting to see how that is really branching out as a layer of information over the control and freedom, and seeing life through this. I want to say it's full of friction, this very energetic, this, it can feel tense energy, and this polarity where we're seeing power and control, right? Power, control, and freedom. And in order for us to understand all three, we must see what control is. We must see what control is out in the world. We must see what control is within our own lives. And to navigate to this place of freedom, we must understand control, and control must understand freedom, so that we can come into this place of deciding, well, how do I want to play in this? In order for me to maintain freedom, I must let go of control. What does freedom actually mean? And can I come to a sense that freedom is actually within me? Freedom starts here, just as control starts here, just as power starts here. And there's this beautiful opportunity to discover that power is from within me. And so when I am in my own power, then I don't need to take power from anyone else, that I can be in my power and so can they. And so there's this ability to release the drama that you may have in your life, right? Anywhere that there is drama, there is a power struggle that's happening, whether it's happening in your mind or happening in your relationships. And so the seven energy today, the 7-day energy today, is really that of trust, of leaping into trust, is how I feel. It's this, I am the captain of my own ship. I am the captain of my sailboat. And so I pull up the sails so that I may direct my life. I'm the director of my life. I'm the chooser of my life. It's my life I choose, right? And I choose based on what it is that I want. Now, the word that just keeps on flashing is that of perfection. That in order for me to land into trust, then I must have the perfect conditions. But perfect is really coming into this energy of today where everything, what if everything were perfect? What if everything that was happening in the world today was perfectly divine? That, again, in order to understand freedom, we must see what control is. We must understand what control is, and vice versa. That everything that's happening in the world, it all belongs, because it's allowing for us to see. And so there is more information that is rising up. There's more stories that people are sharing. There's more things that have been hidden that are coming to light to help you to understand and navigate power, freedom, and control. And it's coming into this deepening of, well, am I willing to trust me in all of this? What do I want? What do I want to experience in all of this? How do I thrive? right? And so today, your invitation is to know thyself even more deeply. In conjunction with the 7 is the 4 of spades. And the 4 of spades is really about, well, it can be control, but it's also stability. It is security. It is safety. And when I think about the 4, it's really about allowing for this ship to move through it. It's allowing the flow in your life. And so the 4 of spades is really inviting us to take a look at our boundaries and to release the misconceptions that we actually have about them. Because a boundary is nothing more than something that defines you and another, right? It's something that allows for us to actually have more flow in our life and to allow for us to see certain aspects of where we are within ourselves, right? The biggest issue that we have with boundaries is that many of us stand on guard for that many of us use these boundaries that we have, that these, what's defining our relationship, as a means to control another person. But your invitation is to know thyself today and to pull that back to see where you are violating your own boundaries, where you are allowing yourself to move into self-betrayal, where you are allowing yourself to move into this place of abandoning yourself, of separating yourself. This is a place where you are inviting in more love, right? And so the work today is not to reassess or to look at your own boundaries, to judge yourself, to criticize yourself, to get angry at yourself. It's to bring this into your awareness, because you don't know what you don't know. And so if you don't know what they are, if you don't know what you want to experience, then you're navigating from a place of no mastery. You're just moving through life at the whim of life, right? And so you want to become aware of the boundaries that you might be keeping or might not be keeping. It's just awareness. And so I'm going to invite you just to play with a couple questions. Do you say yes when you mean no, and vice versa? Do you say no when you mean yes? And how do you feel about that? Do you feel guilty when you're playing out that experience with others? Do you waver with your integrity and values in order to be liked, in order to please others? Do you speak up when you have something to say? Or do you stop yourself? Do you shapeshift? And by shapeshift, I mean, do you shapeshift and take on or accept other people's beliefs and ideas so that you can be liked, so that you can be the same? When someone mistreats you, do you say something about it? Do you accept physical touch or sex when you don't want it? When you're busy and you're doing your own things, do you allow yourself to be distracted to take care of someone else's immediate wants or needs? Are you an overgiver? Do you give gifts, food, time, attention over your own cup to prove that you're needed? Do you immerse yourself in other people's problems? Do you define and communicate your own emotional needs in your relationships? Do you tell them what you need and desire? Or do you just wait until someone crosses that before you express yourself? And what do you do when people say things in front of you or to you that make you uncomfortable? So these are some questions that will allow for some curiosity to arise so that you can become better aware. And again, this is to know thyself, not to judge thyself. You are not the same person you were yesterday, nor are you the same person you were 20 months ago, 24 months ago. And so things have changed. You have changed. And this awareness will help you to strengthen and build the security within yourself so that you can deepen your trust within yourself, so that you can act on behalf of you, so that you can express yourself in your own integrity, in your own truth, knowing that if it creates a disruption for another, that it has nothing to do with you, that it all belongs, that perhaps you expressing yourself can, one, give permission for others to do the same. And if it were to create a disruption, because they're both disruptions, that it would allow for them to see something that they may not see within themselves, right? Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I will be happy to respond. Sending you all so much love. Have the most extraordinary day and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.